Hello, buddy. It's me, Ross, and welcome back to another edition of Meet the Opposition. Today, I'm joined by 18 Dapper from YouTube, the Doncaster fan, and we've got Doncaster heading to Portman Road under lights this Tuesday. And well, it's not been a great start for you guys. Of course, it's not been a great start for us. We've got better results recently. But what's your assessment of the season so far for Doncaster?
I think you've got to say slow burner. Similar to Ipswich, we've both had a bit of an overhaul over the summer with the squad, and I think we're both starting to click now. So I'm looking forward to an interesting encounter tomorrow night. It's going to be a tough game. We've just travelled all the way to Plymouth, and then we've got another long trip to Ipswich. I went to Plymouth. It was a great day out. Unfortunate with the result, but unfortunately I can't make it to Ipswich on Tuesday due to work. But I think a difficult start for both of us. Just not quite got the results. Performance-wise, from Doncaster point of view, I think the performances have been there for the majority of the games, but not consistently over the 90 minutes. There's just been lapses of concentration, and at this level, with such a tight division, you get punished for it. And unfortunately, we're the ones on that receiving end of those punishments. And it's been a tough start, but I'm not panicking yet.
Yeah, it's the battle of the bottom sides for this game, it seems, but I'm sure that table will look very differently, probably going into December time. Let's talk about Doncaster then as a whole. Richie Wellens in charge, formerly of Doncaster playing, and also briefly was at Town on loan as well. So you've got that sort of talking point going into the game. But let's talk about the starting 11. Any changes you reckon from the Plymouth game, or do you think he'll still stick with the lineup he did last week?
I think based on the performance at Plymouth, I think he'll stick with that starting 11. So it'll be Dalberg in goal, a back four of Noyle, Williams, Anderson and Rowe, midfield three of Smith, Close and Galbraith, and then a front three with Dodu and Ihuula on the wings and Chakur up front. I think performance-wise, we were the better team for the majority of Saturday, and going away to Plymouth, doing very well in the league. Even their fans were saying that we played really, really well. So I think it'd be strange if he did change it up unless there were some knocks from that game. So yeah, I fully expect an unchanged starting 11 tomorrow night.
And let's sort of pick out some of the players in that starting 11 below. Which players are the ones to watch for Town fans, heading to Suffolk on Tuesday?
Dalberg's been fantastic this season. I know we're bottom of the table, but I think some of the score lines have been tight because of him in goal. Some of the saves that he's been pulling off have been fantastic. He was at fault for the second penalty on Saturday, but I think he was trying to make up for an error. But yeah, he pulled off three really good saves on Saturday, which kept us well in the game. Noyle has settled in really well at right back. I can see why he got team of the season in League Two last season. He settled in and he gives us a bit more attacking threat down that right hand side. For me though, Galbraith is one to watch if he's given time on the ball. Very, very technical player, good player as well. And it's been nice watching somebody with that ability in the middle of the park. And then going forward, probably Ihuula and Dodu coming in from the wings. Probably look out for those because they're starting to find a little bit of form now that they're getting the fitness up.
And the one stat that is sort of out there is you've only scored 4 goals this season. Is it the night? Town normally hates those sort of stats. The team who's got a terrible record, they normally come to Town, they go and score loads. Do you reckon, what sort of game can we expect from Doncaster, and what sort of football does Richard Wellens' side play?
It's like in high press. So if he goes with a similar setup, I can't see us giving Ipswich much time on the ball. Even though we're playing away from home, the style of football has not really changed too much from what we've seen at the Keepmoat Stadium. So yeah, there'll be players kind of doubling up to try and win the ball back quickly. I think we've struggled scoring wise because we didn't have a striker for the first 4 or 5 games of the season, and then Dodu's come in, Ihuula's back from injury, Chakur wasn't fit. So I think it's just starting to click now. Can't see us scoring more than 1 Tuesday night. If I'm honest, I've got us down as a defeat. I obviously don't want the defeat. We need the points desperately, but I think there's still those little mistakes coming in that are costing us games. But it's looking more positive as the games are coming. But this one might have just come a little bit too soon.
And as you say, you're predicting a defeat. What's the scoreline going to be?
I've gone with a tight one. I've gone 2-1 to Ipswich. I think we're both in a transitional period. I think it's both clicking around the same time. But for me, Ipswich have got such a good squad, full of ability. I expected you guys much higher than what you are, and I think it's a similar story to us. Really, just maybe too many players brought in during pre-season, a little bit of time to gel, and I think we'll see results for both teams turning around in the next couple of weeks. But I think for this one, home advantage, as you say, on a Tuesday night after a long trip to Plymouth, I think odds are in your favour for me.
Yes, indeed. And I hope it does click for both sides very soon. Anything else you'd like to add before we wrap up?
No, I think I've pretty much said everything apart from all the best for the rest of the season after Tuesday night, obviously. But yeah, I can't see both of our teams' form staying as it is with the squads that we've got. I fully expect Ipswich to be up there pushing for top 6, and I fully expect us being comfortable mid-table. But it's just getting those results over the line which match the performances at the minute.
Definitely, my friend. Well, thank you very much for joining me, and hopefully has enjoyed watching today. Let us know in the comments down below your predictions and how you think Doncaster will get on for the rest of the season. And I'm sure I'll see you later on in the season when Town travel to the Keep Moat. See you then.
Wicked. Thank you for having me.